Lisha, have you seen the notes?
मैम आई वाज रीडिंग दैट ओनली नाउ, वही मैं पढ़ रही थी.
Okay. Yes. Hmm? अब बाद में लेना अभी. Hello, Asmi.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. You all have gone through the notes? Asmi?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And Vidya, you conveyed the message to both.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I conveyed it to both.
Okay. Take. Fine. So I will start with that pteridophyte cycle, and then we'll do gymnosperm, or it might be possible that we'll finish angiosperms also in today's class. Covering the life cycle. Oh, ठीक है. ठीक है. So the main confusion in last class was about this gametophyte. Okay. So where this gametophyte came from. So at this stage, when this, like, after fertilization, diploid zygote will form a new plant. So this is the sporophyte, and this gametophyte will remain like attached to the sporophyte. Okay. So the spores from here, this sporophyte, come to this gametophyte, get fertilized to form the male and female reproductive organ. और यहीं पे होगा, fertilization will take place at this within the archegonium, right? Risha and Vidya, you are getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So like we should not think like till now we have studied that different gametophytic and sporophytic phase. So यहाँ पे I don't know why you all are getting confused from where this gametophyte comes. So I have like chosen one very easy life cycle. So this is the sporophyte, and the spores are present at the dorsal portion of the leaf. Like this is the spore generation, this is the leaf, and spores are present. This is the sporophyte generation because spores are present here. Now what will happen after meiosis? These spores will be released from the sporangium, and they will reach to this prothallus, where they form the where the antheridium and archegonium is present. Now what will happen? The sperms present in this antheridium are released and reach to the ovule within the archegonium. Fertilization takes place, diploid zygote is formed, and this diploid zygote will results in formation of complete gametophyte as well as sporophyte, like complete plant is produced by it. This thing will further develop to form the mature sporophyte, and this is the like gametophyte. ठीक है? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Doubt is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Vidya?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. This diagram was comparatively better and
Quite
easier.
simpler,
Yes,
no?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually मुझे tough चीजें I have to add the tough cycles because the theory written in your book is like you can understand that theory with help of those diagrams only. There is no need of you to learn the life cycles, but my main aim to add the life cycle is to make you understand. Like I just don't want you to mug up the theory. I want you to understand the theoretical cheese through diagrams, so that you will be able to remember them forever, or at least till your exams. Okay, so like these are easy life cycle, so you can learn them. Okay, you can remember it, and you can make, if you will make it this in your like exam, it will be very good for you to like write the theory. Like you can easily understand this diagram. This is sporophyte. Spores are present in sporangium. These spores are released, then they will form young gametophyte, which will form a mature gametophyte having both archegonium egg and archegonium zygote, antheridium and archegonium. So the archegonium from the egg of archegonium and antheridium ka sperms, yeah, spores will form zygote, and then it will form new sporophyte.
Ma'am, ma'am, in that young sporophyte and gametophyte, that part, that's the prothallus, right, which is on the base with
This
the
this thing
yeah, yeah, that's the prothallus. And in the next
is
stage,
mature. This is
the base is prothallus.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Why this prothallus? Actually, what is thallus? Thallus is the structure that helps any lower plant to get stuck at when any place या जाके वहां पे रह सके. Like this thallus is having these roots. These roots helps them in establishing themselves on some rocks, yeah, on any surface. Okay. Because till now we have like studied that prothallus is not having the sex organs, but it is known as that's why we have called that as thallus only. Why we call it as prothallus? Because it is having these antheridium and archegonium. Okay, so antheridium and archegonium will be present on this prothallus prior, or the spores from here come and reach there, and they will like fertilization will occur. Okay.
Ma'am, so that statement, the spores from the prothallus, that's not right, no? Or is that correct?
What?
Ma'am, previously it was like the spores from the prothallus.
That was right.
Correct?
Because the spores from the like leaves come and reach to the antheridium, and these spores then fuse with the egg of archegonium, and then they will form the zygote. ठीक है? These life cycles, like the diagrams, are only to explain you. If it's possible for you to learn the diagram, it's fine, and if it's not possible for you, so you can leave. But like try to understand and correlate the theory with the diagrams. Okay? The main aim of me to add the diagram is only that कि तुम लोगों को समझ में आए theory क्या है. Okay? Now today I'm going to start gymnosperm portion. So what are gymnosperms? They are they have the main difference between gymnosperms and angiosperm is that in gymnosperms the seeds are not covered by ovules, means they have naked seeds, whereas in angiosperm the seeds remain covered by the seed coat or the ovule. Okay, so in gymnosperms the male and female gametophytes do not have an independent free living existence. They remain within the sporangia retained on the sporophytes. Like in rest of all the plants, we have seen that the male and female are free. They are present in different regions, but in this case, the sporangia only bear both male as well as female sporophytes, gametes. Okay, what is the habitat? These plants are mostly found in the colder plants of the northern hemisphere, where they form extensive forests. Like the northern hemisphere area, that is very much cooler or colder. So these gymnosperms are found there only, and like just like pteridophytes, gymnosperms are also used as ornamental plants. So ornamental, what do you mean by ornamental plants? Ornamental plants are those that can be used for the decoration purposes. Like thuja, you all must be knowing. I don't know, you know that, you know its common, yeah, local name or not. When we were students, then we were about like call it that vidya, like some green color. Thuja is very common. I must have added the diagram here because this ginkgo is very rare and this thuja is very common. So you must have seen it is like most of the schools, hospitals are having this plant. I will send you the picture of that plant, thuja. This is an like ornamental gymnosperm. हाँ वही मोरपंखी भी कहते हैं उसको. I don't know you all are knowing or not. You must have seen like बहुत common है वो. एक मिनट, just a minute.
हाथ लगोगे तो खुरदरा खुरदरा लगता है.
हम लोग तो उसको विद्या कहते थे, अब पता
छुई
नहीं.
की तरह ही होता है वो.
नहीं नहीं छुई की तरह बिल्कुल नहीं होता.
नहीं,
रुको रुको आप रुको, एक मिनट रुक जाओ यार. उसको बोलो मेरा फोन दे मेरे को. You all are having your phones with you?
बोलो मम्मी का फोन दे बेटा.
Asmi, your voice is muted.
Yes, ma'am. I even checked it right now.
Just a minute. So you found the picture?
Yeah, yeah. There in my society also. Yeah.
Okay. So that is gymnosperm. You all can see in your phone. Otherwise, I will send you the picture.
Yes, ma'am. You can.
Mm.
But
Okay.
what is it called? Like its scientific name?
Thuja. Thuja is its scientific name only. I am telling about the look. Thuja. Complete name I have not written, but the first name is like Thuja.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
So what is it commonly called?
मोरपंखी कहते हैं यार हमारे नॉर्थ में, तो यहाँ आई डोंट नो क्या कहते हैं.
Moorpunk.
विद्या विद्या बोलते हैं.
फिर इसका the scientific name of thuja something is like.
Ma'am, it's also it's also used for medicinal purposes.
Its name is Thuja arborvitae. Thuja arborvitae. Thuja occidentalis. The typical name. इसीलिए thuja याद रखो. It's fine. Thuja occidentalis. Medicinal भी होगा, but it is ornamental mainly. बहुत easily grow होता है, इसलिए it's like पूरा सारे areas में grow करता है आराम से. ये north में भी आराम से grow करता है. Okay. So morphology. What is the morphology of gymnosperms? They include medium-sized trees to tall trees and shrubs like thuja. Thuja is not like it. Many species of thuja may be a big tree, and many species of thuja may be like shrub. Their height, it is not like necessary that all thuja will be very small sized. They may be of a tree, like their height may be similar to tree as well as to shrub. And the example of the biggest tree or the big tree of that are included under gymnosperm is sequoia. It is a plant. You just remember the name. ये कोई नहीं पूछने वाला है तुमसे. This is for just like general knowledge. ठीक है? So the species of Netum are woody climbers. They have given different examples for showing different morphology, and still they are included in the gymnosperms. ठीक है? And the pinus tree, that is also known as pine. This is also a very big tree that bears the cone. Okay. And the plant body is sporophyte and it is differentiated into root, stem, and leaves. Diagrams I will show you. Okay. And now the tap roots are present in them for proper anchorage of the trees, because they include the big trees also. Therefore, the roots are very necessary. So roots are present in them. Whereas roots in some genera, they form the fungal association in form of mycorrhiza. Okay. Like we have seen in legume plants, the roots of the plants incorporate with associates with certain bacteria to form a symbiotic association, and they will do the fixation of atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, because nitrogen is an inert gas, so it is not possible for plants to take it as it is. So they do the fixation of the nitrogen to convert the nitrate into nitrite. That is a usable form for the plants. Okay. Okay. While in some cycas, like some others, like cycas, small specialized roots are formed known as coralloid roots that associates with nitrogen fixing bacteria. So what are coralloid roots? Like the coralloid roots are looks like this. They are looking, you all are able to see the diagram. Okay, so these are the coralloid roots that form like root like structures, nodule like structures are formed, and inside these bacteria can survive and they can do the purpose for fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. ठीक है? You need not to learn this diagram. I just added the diagram to explain you what coralloid roots actually means or how they looks. Okay, you just have to remember that coralloid in case of cycas, they form the coralloid root where the nitrogen fixing bacteria can do symbiotic association with them and do the work of nitrogen fixation. ठीक है? And the stems are branched, and the stems may be branched as in case of pinus and may be unbranched as in case of cycas. So see, this is cycas and this is pinus. They are two different gymnosperms. It is shrub like and it is big tree, but in this case of cycas, the stem is not branched. Okay, there is a main stem. ये भी you must have seen, यहाँ बेंगलोर में बहुत जगह this cycas is growing like, कोई भी गार्डन में तो नहीं कहूंगी, बट लाइक जैसे कुछ भी अच्छे मूवी हॉल में या कहीं भी ये इट इज वेरी कॉमन हियर, यू मस्ट हैव सीन दिस. इवन हमारे घर के पास तो हॉस्पिटल में भी लगा हुआ है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द मेन स्टेम, दिस ब्राउन कलर, एंड दीज आर द लीव्स ओनली. So stems is not branched in case of cycas, whereas in case of pinus, this is the main branch, main stem, and it is branched. Okay, so leaves like plants may be branched and unbranched as well as unbranched in gymnosperms. Now Archegonia. So I will just read this first and then we'll explain you this cycle. थोड़ा blur है ये diagram, but इससे easy diagram मुझे मिला नहीं, so I have added this only. Okay, so वो Archegonia is female reproductive organ. So the megaspore mother cell does undergo meiotic division, forming 4 megaspores. सबसे पहले मैं एक इजी लाइफ साइकिल समझाती हूँ, फिर ये जो चीज लिखी है आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू दैट, क्योंकि ये इस डायग्राम में नहीं है. सो दिस इज द स्पोरोफाइट ऑफ you all are able to see the diagram is not very much clear, like it's quite blur. You are able to see?
Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Okay, so this is the sporophyte of gymnosperm. What will happen here? They will consist of cones are present. I will show you cones कैसा दिखता है. So this is the seed cone or megagametophyte that is archegonium, that represents archegonium, male reproductive organ. Okay, and no, female reproductive organ. And again other type of cone may be present, or in the same cone there may be microgametophyte having pollen grains, or pollen cone कहेंगे हम, male cone कहेंगे. So what will happen? This is sporophyte diploid. Microsporangium and megasporangium are present in them. Two types of spores. You remember? We have like studied in last class microsporangium और megasporangium. Two types may be present. जिसमें microsporangium में microspores होंगे and megasporangium में megaspores होंगे. You remember? Okay. So here separate नहीं होंगे male and female. एक ही cone में both are present. Okay. So microsporangium and megasporangium are present. They undergo meiosis. Then they will form microgametophyte, or microspores will form microgametophyte. Megaspore will form megagametophyte. Megagametophyte will produce haploid egg. Microgametophyte will produce haploid pollen or sperm, and they will fuse and get fertilized to form the zygote, and this zygote will develop into embryo, will be developed into embryo in seed, and that will again germinate to form the sporophyte. ठीक है? This is easy. ठीक है? Now here it is written, the megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division, forming 4 megaspores. this megaspore mother cell. Here this megaspore mother cell will undergo to form 4 megaspores. So here it is shown. Okay, in this other cycle. This is the megaspore mother cell. It will form 4 other cells. ठीक है, ये जो इसके अंदर एग प्रेजेंट था, जब यहाँ से लाइक पॉलिनेशन से व्हेन स्पर्म्स और पोलन जो गए, it will fuse with the egg and it will form 4 types of cells known as 4 types of cells: nucellus, diploid, megaspore mother cell, diploid, and integuments diploid. ठीक है, like the 4 cells will form 4 layers. I am telling you, they are the 4 cells, and further these, out of these 4 cells, only 1 cell will fuse with the sperm, and rest of other 3 cells will form 3 different things. I will tell you. Okay, so ये यहाँ पे it is 4 cell stage. It will इसको उतना सीरियस होके नहीं समझना आशमी. Just try to understand. You are looking very serious. क्या पढ़ा रहे इतना तक? ठीक है?
Ma'am, could you explain that nucellus and integument part again?
I will go there. Wait, I have just explained you कि वो जो 4 cells बने, they will form 4 different things. I will explain you. Just जो पहले I am trying to understand, like explain you. Try to understand that. Okay? I will go there. So the megaspore mother cell undergo meiotic division and form 4 megaspores. I have shown you the diagram, out of which one is enclosed within the megasporangium. It is known as nucellus, and it develops into a multicellular female gametophyte bearing 2 or more archegonia of female sex organs. Okay, now you understand, Risha?
Yes, ma'am. Could I just read that once more? Just a minute.
Wait. See, this is the megasporangium having 4 megaspores. Again, the picture is not very clear, but you can see like 4 कुछ उसके नीचे they are trying to show something. So what will happen? ये जो एक megaspore major है, it will remain, but the here only 1 megaspore mother cell diploid is present. This situation come after fertilization, or ये after fertilization का they are showing that out of these 4, one will form the nucellus, that is diploid layer will be formed, and other 2 will form integuments, and megaspore mother cell, 1 cell will remain in like in center. See in this diagram, this is female gametophyte, haploid, archegonium. 2 archegonium cells will be there, haploid, and 1 representing 1 egg, haploid egg, and this is a pollen tube, germinating pollen tube. So the pollens will enter from here. This is pollen tube. The pollen will enter from here, and this pollen or the sperms will enter from here, fuse with these egg nucleus. Here will be 2 egg nucleus. ठीक है, ये difference है इसमें कि इसमें 2 egg nucleus will be present. 4 थे, 4 में से एक ने तो nucellus बना दिया, एक ने integument बना दिया, and 2 cells will remain, and the pollen tube will be formed. So the sperms will enter into this and fuse with this 2 egg nucleus, and both are haploid. Okay, 2 haploid egg nucleus are present, and the sperms will come here, fuse, then they will form the diploid embryo, and then they will form again the new seedling. Okay, this thing is written in your theory only. I am just trying to explain you what is written in your theory. Now read the theory again. The megaspore mother cell thus undergo meiotic division, forming 4 megaspores. Okay, they will form 4 megaspores, out of which 1 is enclosed within the megasporangium nucellus and develops into a multicellular female gametophyte. So this nucellus layer will further will form the female gametophyte. Haploid female gametophyte is formed from this nucellus, that is formed from one of these cells, and this is the archegonium haploid. 2 eggs are present here, and that 1 egg जो एक बच गया था वो integument बना रहा है, this outer layer integument. ठीक है, now you got, Risha?
I'm kind of confused.
Yeah,
trying to understand.
Fine, I will explain you once again. Suppose this
No,
is
no,
the
ma'am, just a minute. So this nucellus, megaspore, mother cell, and integument, they're already there in
they are
the.
not there. They are not there.
So
Suppose
have they come as a result of what exactly?
wait, I will tell you. देखिए, see, this is the ovule bearing. हाँ, this is the ovule. Ovary के अंदर present है female वाले में. This is the male having pollen. ठीक है? What will happen? This ovule में, this is a section of the ovule. Inside, they are trying to explain you the inner portion of the ovule. So these layers are present. This is the internal structure. What will happen now? The pollen, after pollination, the pollen grains are released. They will reach here. Okay. What will happen? They will undergo meiosis and will form 4 eggs. It will megaspore will undergo meiosis and will form 4 eggs. ठीक है?
Yes. Okay.
ये this is occurring because of pollens. ठीक है? Now here 4 cells are produced, जिसमें से one represents integument. Like further ये जो 4 cells present थे, they will form 3 different things. One will form integument that will be diploid, and it will form archegonium, that is female reproductive organ. It will have 2 eggs, 2 haploid eggs, and one will be that nucellus that represents female gametophyte. Here they have replaced the nucellus with female gametophyte. Here they are trying to say कि nucellus female gametophyte बना दिया, integument बन गया दूसरा सेल से, और जो rest of the 2 cells थे वो 2 eggs को they are representing 2 eggs. Now it is clear?
So the nucellus undergoes meiosis and forms the female gametophyte and archegonium both. Right?
Nucellus is not forming. These 4 megaspores are forming. Nucellus itself is formed by one of these megaspores. Just forget about this structure. Forget it. Just consider this. So you just इस डायग्राम में क्या देखना है हमको सिर्फ कि we are having one megaspore mother cell. ठीक है?
So the nucellus remains, right?
Nucellus will remain, but it will form female gametophyte further.
And that sentence, I think it had been written like the female gametophyte and archegonium. वो sentence जो ऊपर था ना, I
नहीं बेटा,
think.
no. I will explain you. इसको just forget ये सारा चीज अभी इस लेवल पे. You just forget it. You just remember this diagram कि एक मेगास्पोर प्रेजेंट है हमारे पास. ठीक है? One megaspore cell. It will undergo meiosis. Will form 4 cells. अब what will happen? These 4 cells will not remain as it is. Out of these 4 cells, one cell forms nucellus, second cell forms integument, and the 2 cells represents archegonium या eggs of the female gametophyte. ठीक है? Fine.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
अब जो ये nucellus था ना, this nucellus further represents female gametophyte layer या female gametophyte, haploid female gametophyte को it is representing covering of the female gametophyte. ठीक है? अब and the second is representing integument here, और जो 2 eggs present थे they are like haploid eggs are present. अब समझ में आया?
Yeah.
जो 4 सेल थे उसमें से एक female gametophyte बन गया, एक integument बन गया, और 2 eggs as it is are present. फिर what will happen? The pollen tube, the germination of pollen tube or the like development of the pollen tube starts from the bottom. This pollen tubes helps the pollens or the sperms to migrate into the female gametophyte. ठीक है? इस pollen tube के through the sperms will enter into female gametophyte. They get fused with these haploid eggs and then they will form the diploid embryo.
Ma'am, so one pollen gets fused with 2 eggs.
नहीं.
1 egg only.
हाँ. हाँ.
2 eggs or 1
वो
egg?
एंजियोस्पर्म में होगा, इसमें नहीं होगा. इसमें they are like एक मिनट.
You told haploid eggs, right? So that's why I asked.
Anthidium, archegonium. Archegonium is female thing only. Okay. अच्छा. Okay. ठीक है. यहाँ पे एक मिनट. Gametophyte is haploid. Okay. ठीक है. So I will explain you once again. So there are 4 eggs present. So one will represent the haploid egg. This is the haploid egg, means single egg, that will be haploid. And one haploid egg will form female gametophyte, and integuments are diploid. 2n means there may be 2 eggs. ठीक है? 2 eggs fuse to form the integument because it is diploid. ठीक है? So ये जो दूसरा thing we are able to see, that is the sperm egg, sperm thing. Okay, like cells of sperms या nucleus of sperm we can say. ठीक है? So this may be discharge sperm nucleus, and this is the egg. ठीक है ऋषा? 4 में से one is forming female gametophyte, haploid nucellus. Second is 2 eggs are forming diploid integument. 1 egg is representing haploid egg of the female reproductive thing. Then the like this pollen tube will be formed, and the nucleus of the sperm will reach. They both get fused to form the diploid zygote. Now it's fine? Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Then this zygote, after germination or like further development, it will form the seedling. This seedling will be developed into a mature new plant, mature sporophyte. ठीक है? इस ये सारा तुमको, there is no need of you to remember this because it is written in your theory that they will form 4 megaspore, and these megaspore will form 3 different things. So I have added this diagram to explain you that only. Okay, life cycle ka, if like you want to draw life cycle, you can use this diagram. This is quite easy.
Ma'am, what's the function of the nucellus and integument exactly?
Like nourishment, providing nourishment only. Integument is for support, yeah, protection, and the nucellus is for nourishment.
And
Just like
what
endosperm.
happens to that archegonium cell?
Beta, this archegonium is representing like female gametophyte ko we call archegonium also, no?
But the pollen is fusing with the egg cell, right?
So archegonium means female reproductive organ only.
So that full egg has been represented as an archegonium.
No, like it is the part of archegonium. It is present in the archegonium.
Okay. Fine,
Antheridium and archegonium, you forgot? What is
no. I just got confused. I thought the egg and archegonium are two separate.
Like, they have not like mentioned archegonium here, so it would be less confusing. But they have added archegonium as well as egg. But they are pointing the same thing. You can see. Egg. There is no need of you to get confused. You just have to remember that megaspore meiosis, okay, they will form 4 cells, out of which one will form female gametophyte, haploid, 2 will form integument, diploid, and 1 will form the egg. And this egg will fuse with the haploid egg will fuse with the haploid sperm, and they will form the diploid zygote. This diploid zygote, after further fertilization or further development, will form seedling, and this seedling will develop into new plant. Bus.
Ma'am, and where they have marked embryo 2n, it should be zygote, right? Embryo does not have 2n condition.
क्यों नहीं?
I thought it's only zygote. Zygote multiplies and then forms an embryo, right?
Might be possible that they have written like wrong. They have few like problem in, there is some mistake in labeling. यहाँ zygote ही होना चाहिए. Because embryo तो 2 cell कैसे होगा? वो तो after division of zygote it will form. Zygote will always be diploid.
Yeah.
ठीक है? So ये diagram याद नहीं करना है, but just when you study, when you read the theory, consider this diagram, so it will be easy for you to remember the theory. And life cycle diagram, you can use this diagram. It's very easy. ठीक है? So fertilization, in case of gymnosperm, for fertilization, air current is required for transport of male gametes. Means with the help of air, these male gametes are transported, and the male gametes are carried to the archegonia, female reproductive organ, gamete, in the ovule by means of a tube called pollen tubes, and discharge their contents near the mouth of the archegonia, and this is known as sphenogamy. Okay, so what is sphenogamy? If it is asked what is sphenogamy, then you can say in gymnosperms, the sperms or the male gametes or the male male gametes. Male gametes are discharged, the male gamete reaches to the female gametes with the help of a pollen tube. This is known as sphenogamy. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन आ सकता है इस पे कि what is sphenogamy term. They may like ask what is sphenogamy. You should know this term is related to gymnosperms. In gymnosperms, the sperms are released into the archegonium near the female egg with the help of a pollen tube that is formed at the base, bottom of the female reproductive organ.
This can even be applicable for the angiosperms, right? Same thing happens.
उसमें डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन और ट्रिप्लोइड फ्यूजन है, वो उसका भी एक आएगा अभी नया टर्म.
So this term is not applicable there.
हाँ, स्फेनोगेमी, बिकॉज वहां पे सिर्फ एग और वो स्पर्म फ्यूज होकर जाइगोट ही नहीं बनाते, दे आल्सो फॉर्म द एंडोस्पर्म दैट गिव्स देम नरिशमेंट. और उस पे तो 100% क्वेश्चन आर आस्क्ड और पूछे जाएंगे व्हाट इज double fertilization and triploid fusion. You should like understand that thing very properly. That is very easy or बहुत important.
Yes, so that we learned in morphology, right?
But I will explain you क्योंकि that is the part of this thing. But वहाँ पे because वो word आया था इसलिए I explained you there also. But that is the part of this angiosperm, this chapter.
Ma'am, but I think it was clear in that chapter itself.
I have used another diagram. I don't know. Just if you know that time I have explained you only double fertilization, or triplet fusion was also there. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Triplet fusion was also there.
So I will ask you what is double fertilization and triplet fusion. Then you explain me in this class only. Okay. Okay. After fertilization, the zygote will develop into an embryo and the ovules into seeds. Okay. The seeds contain tissues called endosperm that are having the like food or nourish. They are providing the nourishment to it, and it lies naked and exposed. This is the main difference between angiosperms and gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are having naked seeds. Seeds are not covered within the ovule or ovary wall, whereas in case of gymnosperm, the seeds are present in the ovary, covered with the ovary. So examples of gymnosperms I have written here. Cycus, इसमें से यहाँ तो कुछ भी नहीं होता, ये सब वहाँ होंगे, northern hemisphere. You can. So this is the difference between megasporophyll and microsporophyll. Megasporophyll and microsporophyll. ये शायद I have ये उस last class में भी हुआ था शायद. Megasporangium and microsporangium की तरह megasporophyll and microsporophyll. So microsporophyll bears microsporangia, small size sporangia. Megasporophyll will bear large size sporangia, and many microspores are present here, and megaspores contains only one megaspore. Okay, because it is big sized mega, and microspores are released and megaspore retain inside the megasporangium. कि जो ये वाला था ना, इससे related है ये कुछ, इसलिए I have added. There is no need of you to, अगर ये नहीं याद होता है तो भी it's fine. मैंने just add किया है ताकि कहीं confusion नहीं हो in terms को लेके. ठीक है? Now the classification of gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are classified into 3 classes: Psychopsida, Coniferopsida, and Nitopsida. ठीक है? And I have given one example of each. ठीक है? अगर कुछ चीज इटैलिक्स होने से बच गई हो तो just like italics that. The name should be italics only. Now we know that pteridophyte and gymnosperm both are having male gametophyte, or like बहुत similar होते हैं both of them, but there is there are few differences between. This is also not part of your book. ठीक है? ये I have added ताकि तुम लोग confuse नहीं हो जाओ, और मेरे confusion clear करने के चक्कर में you are getting more confused. ठीक है? So like ये चीजें पढ़ने की है, you can read by yourself. ठीक है, अगर if you found any difficulty you can ask me. ठीक है, I will not read this. This economic importance part I will just read or you can ये भी एक्स्ट्रा है, अगर याद कर पाते हो तो इट्स वेरी गुड. ठीक है, now should I start angiosperm?
This ginkgo plant, it looks a bit different from the others, right?
हाँ हाँ,
Yeah.
ginkgo biloba is quite, ये है भी, बताऊं कहाँ पे, वो कौन सा मेट्रो स्टेशन है,
जी
मेट्रो स्टेशन अपने यहाँ से पास कौन सा है,
बाइपनली
बाइपनली मेट्रो स्टेशन पे लगा हुआ है ये गिंको.
But it actually looks a bit different, like other like pinus and all. They have like this needle-like leaves.
गिंको is totally different. If you found some like कभी चांस मिले ना तो वहां जाना, वहां पे मेट्रो स्टेशन है ना, वहां बाहर ही लगा हुआ है, लाइक अंदर जो एंटर होने की जगह है ना, वहां पे गिंको लगा हुआ है. उसको देखना बहुत सुंदर दिखता है, एकदम ऐसा. गिंको इज क्वाइट डिफरेंट, ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट है ना.
Yeah.
ये ब्यूटीफुल होते हैं इसलिए दे आर यूज्ड एज ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट. ठीक है,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Angiosperms. So what are angiosperms? Angiosperms are seed bearing plants or the flowering plants. We have studied in our that flowering morphology chapter, that are the like part of that is also part of angiosperms only. So here as in case of, अभी तो टाइम है ऋषा, why are you घड़ी के सामने देख रही है, अभी टाइम है. एक काम करते हैं,
क्या?
5 मिनट का ब्रेक लेते हैं. ठीक है, पानी
अब
वानी
क्या
पियो.
हुआ?
You are looking at wall clock.
She wanted to go and bring water, so I was just checking
okay,
how much time is left.
Go. I will also drink some water. Take 5 minutes break, then we will start angiosperm. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
नंबर के दे देता हूँ.
हाँ दे दो, चलो. ये मैं पकड़ूंगी तो ऑन.
बंद करो. क्या हो मम्मा? हाँ?
So you all got your like exam timetable. Sir, I told you when you will be going to conduct your test.
अब क्या?
Sir ने
No,
बताया.
ma'am, he hasn't told when will he take.
You started studying तो.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we have actually finished studying morphology. Just need to go through what actually.
And actually you were having some doubts also related to morphology, right?
Ma'am, I had this one doubt. In the notes, like in the your handwritten notes. Ma'am, 1 second. Yeah, ma'am. So you had written that flowering plants rely on pollination, whereas non-flowering plants rely on dispersion. But ma'am, dispersion happens like.
Dispersion happens with the help of wind, air, or water.
Yes, ma'am, by agents. So again, how is non-flowering plants?
That is non-flowering plants means gymnosperms.
Yeah.
So in that case, that is like chance factor. If they receives the pollens by air, so unme they will grow into new plant. Whereas in flowering plant, pollination means the pollen grains. You know what is pollination? I have written there.
I know.
So pollination will happen because they are having flowers, and there are many parts of flowers that attract the pollinators that are responsible for pollination. But in gymnosperms, flowers are not present, So उनमें ये वाला pollination नहीं होगा और dispersion होगा, like the spores of some plants or their own will come with the help of water, air or like wind उसके through, then they will develop the spore जो आया है उड़ के, it will be able to develop into a new plant जहाँ भी जाके, ठीक है?
So ma'am, angiosperms में there's no dispersion, right, at all?
हाँ, pollination, because flower is present, the pollination will occur.
Okay, ma'am, I got it. Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? क्योंकि इसमें मेल और फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट आर डिफरेंट इन एंजियोस्पर्म्स, राइट? कार्पल एंड स्टैमेन.
Yeah, and
जिम्नोस्पर्म्स डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं है.
they have both in one
cone,
plant.
one cone like structure are present and both will be present in their itself. उस cone में ही होगा.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है?
But ma'am, again, in gymnosperms, there are bisexual ones and unisexual ones, right? So bisexual ones would not require dispersion because
बाइसेक्सुअल वन नहीं है बेटा, उसमें कहाँ बाइसेक्सुअल है?
no, ma'am, bisexual gymnosperms, they will have both androecium and gynoecium, right?
एंड्रोशियम एंड गायनोशियम नहीं है. दे विल हैव दिस कोन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स. इसमें बस
Bisexual. I said bisexual. Yeah, bisexual flowering plants, ma'am.
they are flowering plants. जिम्नोस्पर्म नहीं होते बेटा, फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स एंजियोस्पर्म.
हाँ, I said angiosperms ना, मैंने
हाँ.
क्या कहा?
आपने जिम्नोस्पर्म बोला.
अच्छा, तो okay, I
हाँ.
was saying about bisexual angiosperms.
एंजियोस्पर्म्स में डिस्पर्जन होगा ही नहीं, उनमें पॉलिनेशन ही होगा हमेशा.
अच्छा, what about unisexual angiosperms?
उसमें भी पॉलिनेशन ही होगा.
But again, there will be some agent which will bring the pollen.
Honeybee is the agent.
Yeah, so that is dispersion, na ma'am.
That is not dispersion. Dispersion कुछ भी वाटर एयर मतलब नेचुरल जो भी हुआ ना, क्या कहते हैं इन सब चीजों को? नेचुरल थिंग्स नहीं कहते हैं. वाटर एयर और ये किसके अंडर में आते हैं? नेचुरल एजेंट्स. हाँ, नेचुरल एजेंट्स. If something, the transfer of one thing to other plants occurs with the help of these natural agents, then it is dispersion. But the pollination will always be done by bees, honeybee or
any sort of insects.
Yeah, हाँ. So
ma'am, but agent of pollination can be even wind and water.
वो डिपेंड करता है कि अगर पॉलिनेशन नहीं हुआ है, बट मोस्टली पॉलिनेशन ही होगा. वो जो डिस्पर्जन वो कैसे होगा बताओ? पोलन ग्रेन्स, अगर मान भी लो कि पोलन ग्रेन एक चाइना रोज का प्लांट है, ठीक है? चाइना रोज के प्लांट पे अगर अपने नॉर्मल रोज का पोलन आके रहता है, तो क्या उनके बीच में पॉलिनेशन होगा, फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा?
No. But wind can also be a factor by which the pollen grains land on the stigma.
वो recognition वाली चीज होती है, like just similar to our body, we can recognize what is foreign. Our body can recognize what is foreign thing for our body and what is our body's thing, right? Like अगर हमको बाहर से कुछ infection हुआ, तो our body can defend us from that. Similarly, when a lady get pregnant, body उसके child को भी तो body recognize के हाँ, it's like it is totally different thing, but I am trying to explain you कि उसको body foreign क्यों नहीं मानती है? क्योंकि body knows this is the part of like our body. लेकिन अगर कोई infection का छोटा सा भी कुछ virus bacteria आता है, तो our body start defending us from that. You understand? The same thing is present in plants also. ठीक है? Should I proceed, Asmi?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. Anvadya, you also completed morphology chapter B2?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I have made very easy paper, but you have to study. I will make one tough paper also, because this was first exam, so I have prepared it like very easy questions. ठीक है? Risha is very happy. Easy question आएंगे. ठीक है? So habitat. The angiosperms are found in wide range of habitats. They may be land plant. They may be 6,000 meter in Himalayas or Antarctica. Like they will be very large very long in size, depends on the area where they are present. In Himalayan area, they may be 6,000 meter long trees, and in high dry hot deserts में they can also survive. वहाँ पे वो like small tree होंगे because there is a scarcity of water, so they will not be very much big in size. They can survive in 60-degree temperature में भी they are able to survive, and they can also survive in the cooler or coolest temperature. And there is this example, try to learn remember this diagram, this example. Zoostera is a marine angiosperms. Mostly we are we are knowing that angiosperms are normal like tree that can grow in soil or sand, hilly areas में मिल जाएगा या sand में मिल जाएगा, but this is an exception. Zoostera, it is a marine angiosperm. So if anyone asks you name give an example of marine angiosperm, then you can say it is Zoostera. ठीक है? Plant body. So we all are knowing that angiosperms having sporophytic plant body, they may be herbs, shrubs, trees, climbers, creepers, etc. Okay, and the smallest angiosperm is Wolffia. Sorry, water. It is found in water. Okay, Wolffia is the smallest angiosperm. It is found in water, and the tallest is Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus trees यहाँ बहुत common है. You must have seen there are trees having white color trunk. Have seen? It's very common here at Bangalore. That is Eucalyptus. Okay? They are having like very thin, long sized leaves.
Yes, ma'am.
Unme midrib is also very thick. You can easily if you close your eyes and you rub rub your hands on these leaves, then you can easily identify कि हाँ इसका midrib is there. ठीक है?
Do the branches bend down or something like that?
हाँ हाँ.
Yeah.
बहुत लंबा होता है. It's very tall. Its trunk is white and it is like having one midrib. उसपे बहुत सारी leaves are present. Long size, इतना लंबा होगा, इतनी लंबी होती होगी leaves. यहाँ बैंगलोर में बहुत है eucalyptus. ठीक है? And here the primary roots 100 meter. Okay. Primary roots develop from the radicle. हमने ये पढ़ा था हमारे last chapter में that from radical roots develop and from plumule shoots develop in case of angiosperms. And what are adventitious roots?
बेटा
Tisha, Anvidya, Asmi, anyone can answer? What are adventitious roots? It means you have not prepared for the test. You have not studied well. It's very easy question.
I don't know how to explain, but
No, you should know how to explain. Okay, tell me what are taproots?
they have primary, secondary, and they are well defined roots. They have a primary, secondary, and root hairs. Include root hairs.
So primary root starts from where?
It starts from the base of the stem. The base.
Plumule, radical.
Good.
Oh, okay.
So primary
roots. Adventitious roots are basically those type of roots which are grown for other purposes for the plants, except for.
Adventitious roots are the roots that develop from other regions of the plant except radical.
I was going to come to that. Okay. But again, they are used for different purposes also apart from the main function.
They help in vegetative propagation mainly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अच्छे से पढ़ो भाई.
Ma'am, adventitious roots can be used for storage or anything which is apart from the basic use of roots.
Mainly, mainly vegetative propagation.
Yes, ma'am.
उसमें roots वगैरह सब develop हो जाती है, and they may be developed from stem as well as from root या leaf कहीं से भी.
Yes, okay? Ma'am. Actually, my internet connection was low, so the question came late to me, so I couldn't reply immediately.
Oh, it's fine. I just thought that thing is related to this thing, so I should ask you. Okay, you are like able to remember or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We remember, ma'am.
Good. You should remember because you are going to write the exams. Okay. So leaves in case of angiosperm may be simple and may be compound, and the leaves bear the axillary buds which can grow into stem and branches. Again, what are axillary buds? One is apical
Like,
bud and one is axillary bud.
Auxiliary
yeah,
bud. Yeah.
they grow from the like the
In
not the base, from the
from the pedicle part of the
Axils, from the
axils.
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 Okay. And
Ma'am,
apical,
Anavadya left the meeting.
what? Why?
I don't know. I think probably some issue she might be facing.
So I should like add her again.
Ma'am, if she requests you, then probably I think she might.
देखते हैं. Just call her and ask her what happened. What happened? You talked with her. What happened?
I think Asmi is talking. I texted.
Yes, ma'am, I'm talking.
Talk. I will start the class once after she joins. नहीं तो she will left behind. अच्छा, I should.
Now she came.
Which chapter I should prepare for next class?
Ma'am, the next chapter after this, Animal Kingdom. Ma'am, actually, we have not written any notes for this, so probably at least some points from your notes we'll write in our notebook. That's why.
Animal Kingdom. Chapter number. Tell me the chapter number.
I think this is, yeah.
4.
Chapter 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, we can copyright some parts of your notes, like in our notebook, bio notebook.
Now you can copy, but like try to not share my notes with anyone because I am writing it for other purpose also. Okay?
Yeah.
That is for you only.
Like just the main points which are there in the book only.
So who is going to see your copy? You are only going to see, no? So you can write, but don't share the soft copy with anyone. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
अब बसमी कहाँ गई?
I should be here only.
Okay, leaves are done. Now vascular tissues. Angiosperms have vessels and vessels in xylem and phloem. You remember? Xylem is for production of water and phloem is for production of food. Okay. So xylem consists of vessels and phloem consists of sieve tubes and companion cells. ये आगे you will see in one of your chapter. इसलिए मैंने diagram नहीं add किया, अभी confuse हो जाते. Okay. Whereas in gymnosperms, this phloem doesn't consist of companion cells, only sieve tubes are present in gymnosperm. ठीक है? ये चीज याद रखने का है. Now flowers are the reproductive structure that are formed by the union of one or both type of sporophylls, micro like stamens or carpels. We have already studied this thing. So male sex organs का in case of angiosperms ये भी portion हमारा हो चुका है. Stamens are considered as the male sex organs of flower. Each stamen has two main parts, anther and filament. And anther consists of microsporangia, spores, and where the microspore mother cells become differentiated to form 4 microspores, each developing into a pollen grain. एक मिनट, हाँ, just a minute. मैं क्लास ले रही हूँ जी, बाद में बात करूँ, ठीक है? An anther contains 4 microsporin. This is microsporangium. It consists of microspores, or this is pollen grain. ठीक है, ये डायग्राम मैंने उसमें से लाइफ साइकिल में से काट के यहाँ ऐड किया है ताकि एक्सप्लेन कर सकूं. Anther consists of microsporangia, where microspore mother cells become differentiated to form 4 microspores. Microsporangia, here microspore क्या हुआ? Microspore mother cell differentiate to form 4 microspores, that each of these will develop into a pollen grain. ठीक है, समझ में आया ना?
Yes, ma'am.
अब यही करने का नेक्स्ट टाइम से, जहां जो थ्योरी लिखी है उसी के साथ उसका डायग्राम पेस्ट करने का, उतना ही जितना यूजफुल है. तो यू विल नॉट बी गेट लाइक कंफ्यूज. नहीं तो वो जो कंफ्यूजन, जो दैट कंफ्यूजन व्हिच आई लाइक कैन सी ऑन योर फेसेस ना, तो लाइक मेरे को ऐसा हो जाता है, अरे यार मैं तो अच्छा ही नहीं पढ़ा रही. ठीक है. नाउ मेगास्पोरोफिल और फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन्स. So we all know that carpel and pistil is the female sex organ of the flower, and each carpel has 3 parts: ovary, style, and stigma. Ovary bottom में, style and stigma on the top. And the megaspore mother cell is differentiated in the nucleus and undergoes meiosis. Ultimately, one functional megaspores get enlarged and form the female gametophyte. ये हम पढ़ चुके हैं, ठीक है? फिर भी लाइफ साइकिल में I will explain you. As embryo sac, each cell of embryo sac is haploid. ठीक है? अन्ना अब ये आया, this is very interesting and very important thing, आराम से तसल्ली से समझना. So what is embryo sac? Each embryo sac contains 3-celled egg apparatus. Each embryo cell consists of 3 egg apparatus consisting of egg cell. ठीक है? Egg cell consist of 2 synergid, ठीक है, ये synergid, and 3 antipodal. ये egg apparatus है, फाइनल है, इसके पहले की चीज भी I will explain you. ठीक है. So 2 synergid cells will be present, 3 antipodal cells will be present, and 2 central polar nuclei will be present. ठीक है. ये जस्ट एग्जाम लाइक डायग्राम ऐड किया है तुमको समझाने के लिए, ये अलग अलग सेल्स सारे. ठीक है.
Explain the same thing in the morphology chapter.
So you remember, we all remember that. I should not repeat
kind of.
again.
Ma'am, you can just.
Anyone of you can explain me what is double fertilization? I will be very happy.
Ma'am, double fertilization is like the 2 sperms, one of them fuses with the egg cell and the other one fuses with the polar nuclei to form the endosperm, and that when the triploid endosperm, and that's called triple fertilization. That's
very
all.
good, very good. ठीक है, तो I should not explain you this again. तब तो आज हमारी क्लास अच्छी रही भाई. ये फिर भी I have written here क्योंकि ये इस चैप्टर का पार्ट है, तो I have to add in notes. I have added. हाँ. And after fertilization, these synergid and antipodal cells get degenerate, and the zygote develops into embryo, and the primary endosperm nucleus develops into an endosperm. ठीक है? And the ovule gradually transforms into a seed, and the ovary becomes fruit. ठीक है? Ovule जो था ovary के अंदर, it will develop into seed, and the ovary will develop into fruit. And the fruit is actually ripened ovary only, and they not only protect the seed but also helps in their dispersal. ये लाइन यहाँ क्यों है? I don't know. इसको हटा भी सकते हैं. ये है अब life cycle of angiosperms. Okay. So we will start from here. This is the angiospermic plant. This is the stigma of the flower. This is the anther having pollen grains. So stigma का ये हो गया megaspore, mother cell, ovary, ovary के अंदर का thing. So these are microsporangium. Microsporangium will form 4 microspore. Each microspore will form a new pollen grain, and this is the male gametophyte, pollen tube. It is like pollen tube या male gametophyte. So this is the egg having 3 antipodal, 2 polar nuclei and 3 synergid. ठीक है? Now the male gametophyte or the pollen will enter here. They will form zygote, they will form embryo, and they will form new plant. ठीक है? आज Asmi will be very happy that ma'am is using very easy life cycles.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. These life cycles are like, the previous one also was very easy comparatively.
But you come to know that I have to add the difficult one also to make you understand. नहीं तो वो तीन
Ma'am,
diploid वाली
once we know the easy one, it's difficult to see the, like, understand the difficult one also. It's easy to see the difficult one.
Yeah, Risha?
Ma'am, each microsporangium forms exactly four microspores.
And each microspore will form one microspore. ठीक है? So total 4 microspores are present, and 4 like each microspore will form one pollen grain. ठीक है? So total 4 pollen grains will be formed. और इन pollen grain के अंदर pollens will be present. Okay? Pollens कितना भी हो सकता है. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, differences between gymnosperms and angiosperms. So in gymnosperms, the vessels are absent in xylem, and vessels are also known as trachea. They're absent in xylem, and angiosperm में this trachea is present in xylem. ये चीज अभी just learn. फिर आगे एक chapter में they are included. So I will explain you in detail in that chapter. Okay? Just like के table भी I am giving. This is not compulsory for you to learn this. But when you have learned the complete angiosperms and gymnosperm, then this table will be very easy for you to understand. और अगर ये table एक बार उसको detail में पढ़ लो, then if you remember this table only, then you will be able to write the complete angiosperm and complete gymnosperm. ठीक है? This is like an abstract of gymnosperm and angiosperm in comparison. ठीक है?
Ma'am, what's the difference between archegonia and ovarian?
Oogonia. Archegonium and oogonium. Oogonium consists of egg, and archegonium consists of male thing sperms.
Ma'am, then antheridium consists the male gametophyte.
Oogonium and archegonium कहाँ पढ़ा?
No. I just said archegonia. So, what's the difference between archegonia consists the female gametophyte, right?
But oogonium में तो eggs होंगे और
No.
archegonium.
I don't know what's whatever you're saying, ma'am. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oogonium. Wait.
Okay.
एक मिनट रुको. एक मिनट. Let me see. एकदम से इससे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछता है ना तो याद ही नहीं आता है.
I just said archegonia, so I just wanted to know what's the difference between archegonia and the ovary.
Okay. Oogonium is the female reproductive part of algae and fungus. It is unicellular, and archegonium is the female reproductive part of bryophytes and pteridophytes. This is the difference. अच्छा है, मुझे भी पता चला.
But in
they are female thing.
gymnosperms,
They are female thing only. Both are female reproductive organs. But oogonium word is used for represents the reproductive part of algae and fungus. Algae and fungus के case में for female reproductive part we will use the word oogonium, and archegonium word we will use for higher plants like for bryophytes and pteridophytes. Or it is unicellular in case of algae and fungus, and in case of bryophytes and pteridophyte it is flask shaped. They both are female reproductive organs. ठीक है?
yeah.
Oogonium, like the female reproductive organ but having two different names. Oogonium in case of algae and fungus, and archegonium in case of ब्रायोफाइट्स एंड टेरिडोफाइट्स. ठीक है, वेरी
Yeah.
गुड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, नाउ should I read this table?
What does it mean when it tells that pollen grains enters the microphyte directly? Even in the angiosperms, it enters the
In
microphyte, right?
angiosperms, in only angiosperms, it enters directly with the help of micropyle. Micropyle will form the pollen tube.
But here it's written in gymnosperms, it enters to the microphyte.
कहाँ
I
लिखा?
think in both cases it's same, right?
Where it is written?
It's like fourth last from the last.
Pollen
fourth.
enters micropyle directly. Pollen germinates on stigma. Pollen tube passes through the style to enter the ovary.
It's the same thing, right? It's nothing
No,
different.
it's not same thing, beta. In angiosperms, consider this as a stigma. The pollen grain come, it will like come and germinate at this. Then it will enter inside. समझ रहे हो?
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
it will like fertilize with. But इसके केस में हमने we have seen कि जो उसके नीचे से एक पोलन ट्यूब अराइज हो रहा था, पोलन ग्रेन सीधा उसमें से एंटर होके एग के साथ फ्यूज हो रहा था. इसमें
I got
स्टिग्मा
it.
पे द पोलन कम गेट फर्टिलाइज, देन इट विल रीच देयर, फिर देन इट विल फॉर्म द जाइगोट या ओवरी, आपका जो भी बनाएगा ओवरी. ठीक है,
Gymnosperms, endosperm is present.
व्हाट?
In gymnosperms, is endosperm present?
हाँ, लिखा है ना, पढ़ा था ना हमने कभी. इसमें एंडोस्पर्म इज हैप्लॉइड एंड इट इज फॉर्म्ड बिफोर फर्टिलाइजेशन. सी, it is present before fertilization, and endosperm is triploid and it is formed after fertilization. उसमें हमारा जो फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद फ्रूट बनता है ना, उसके बाद सीड या जो उसमें एंडोस्पर्म होगा, लेकिन इसमें एंडोस्पर्म इज प्रेजेंट बिफोर फर्टिलाइजेशन. फर्टिलाइजेशन बाद में होता है, एंडोस्पर्म पहले ही उसको सीड को नरिशमेंट प्रोवाइड करता है. एंड एंडोस्पर्म यहाँ पे हैप्लॉइड है और यहाँ पे ट्रिप्लॉइड है. ट्रिप्लॉइड तो यू नो, डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन एंड ट्रिप्लॉइड फ्यूजन विल फॉर्म द एंडोस्पर्म. हियर यहाँ पे वो तो हुआ नहीं, इसलिए एंडोस्पर्म हैप्लॉइड है, एंड दिस इज द डिफरेंस, इट इज प्रेजेंट बिफोर फर्टिलाइजेशन. सी, ठीक है. तो ये जो न्यू सेलस और ये जो है ना, ये न्यू सेलस यहाँ पे एंडोस्पर्म को ही रिप्रेजेंट करता है, ये उसको नरिशमेंट ही प्रोवाइड करता है. ठीक है, नाम अलग से दे दिया है उन्होंने चाहे, बट दिस इज द थिंग. एंडोस्पर्म ये तो फर्टिलाइजेशन से पहले ही इसमें प्रेजेंट होता है. फर्टिलाइजेशन तो इस स्टेज पे आके हुआ ना, लेकिन ये 4 मेगास्पोर बने, इनसे पहले ही न्यू सेलस बन गया जो एंडोस्पर्म की तरह बिहेव करेगा. ठीक है, यहीं से इस स्टेज पे स्टार्टेड लाइक गिविंग नरिशमेंट. बट इन केस ऑफ ये आपका स्पर्म्स आ गए, जाइगोट बन गया, उसके बाद दूसरा स्पर्म आएगा, वो न्यूक्लियाई के साथ फ्यूज होके इट इज फॉर्मिंग एंडोस्पर्म. दिस इज द लास्ट थिंग ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन, एंड इन दैट केस इट अकर्स बिफोर द फर्टिलाइजेशन. अगर like if someone asks you like give an comparative explanation, then you can use this table.
Ma'am, just for confirmation, synergies are present on the bottom of the ovary,
and they degenerate.
And the
antipodals are present at bottom and synergids are present at the top.
Okay.
No, ma'am, antipodal is present at the top. Ma'am, antipodal are
this
3.
diagram is ulta.
Yes, ma'am. The previous diagram you gave, antipodal were at the top. 3 antipodals. 3 plus 2 plus 3. 3 antipodals, 2 polar nuclei.
Synergid are okay. This is wrong diagram. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably it's inverted diagram. It's the other way around.
Okay, I have removed it. You should also remove it from your notes. तो उल्टा बना क्या हो गया एग्जाम में, मैं कंफ्यूज हो गई. ठीक है. So antipodals are present at the top and synergids are present at the bottom. They are 3 in number, they are 2 in number, और ये सारा जमेला एंडोस्पर्म और जाइगोट होने के बाद they will like degenerate हो जाएंगे.
Ma'am, both are 3 in number, right?
No, two. Synergid are 2, antipodals are 3.
Okay, they are in antibodal is in a group of 3, and the middle one is the egg cell.
Middle one is egg cell, and 2 polar nuclei and 2 synergids are present.
Okay.
Yeah. Anvadya,
Yes, ma'am.
you have any doubt?
No.
You are
not
just
yet.
like me. When I was a student ना मैं भी कुछ नहीं पूछती थी, मैं पढ़ती नहीं थी. फिर घर पे जाके पढ़ते थे तो समझ में आता था यार ये पूछना चाहिए. Okay, classification of angiosperms. On the basis of number of cotyledons, the angiosperms are divided into 2, monocotyledon and dicotyledony. What is difference between both? Anyone of you can answer? What is difference? हाँ बोलो, डरना क्या है, बोलो. सही बोलोगे या गलत बोलोगे, बोलो.
Monocotyledons have 1 cotyledon, dicotyledons have 2 cotyledons.
Then when you are knowing the answer, why are you like ऐसा?
We were confused whom to whom, me or Isha, who will say.
कोई भी
Yeah,
बोल.
exactly. That's why I was
दोनों बोलते
waiting.
तो I will be very happy. ठीक है? So I have mentioned few differences between monocots and dicots here. And what is the economic importance of angiosperms? ये भी है. This alternation of generation part, actually I have not prepared it for today's class, और I think time भी हो चुका है शायद.
Ma'am, we have like 10 minutes.
10 minutes are remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if I will explain you, then I have to like I will read it and will explain you. So I will not explain it today क्योंकि वो मुझे like satisfaction नहीं होगा कि मैं अच्छे से समझा पाई हूँ. इसलिए ये जब next Wednesday क्लास में 5 मिनट का है ये, बट मैंने आज प्रिपेयर नहीं किया है ये, इसलिए I will not do this. Now 10 minutes are left. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Ma'am, can you, I was going through notes yesterday and I couldn't find a picture of rhizome which could explain me what it is. I mean, I didn't understand your diagram also in the notes.
Wait, I can share that. If I will.
Like, ma'am, I know it grows from the nodes and internodes, but how? I'm not able to visualize like how I could do it for the other plants.
No, I can share my like screen with you, that Google screen with you.
Yes, ma'am, you can share.
Wait, but I have to like close this screen first, right?
Yeah.
ठीक है. Okay. ठीक है. Okay. चलो, अभी करते हैं. Wait, huh? So you are asking about the diagram of rhizome. भगा के आओ.
Ma'am, do you know when do we have tests?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Sir will only tell you. I don't know. Ask him, he will tell you. I don't know when you are going to do the test. नहीं, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Rhizome. Rhizome just like roots. अच्छा डायग्राम बताऊं? Okay. So how can I share the screen? See, ईशा, ये क्या खुल गया? तुझे तो मैंने खोला ही नहीं भाई, तू कहाँ से आ गया सुशांत से? This is the rhizome. Disha, Anvadya.
Ma'am,
ये
that was
rhizome.
sucker plant, right?
This is
type.
sucker. हाँ. This is small sucker and these are the like rhizome. ऐसा structure बन जाएगा. A rhizome is a stem that grows underground, growing just below the surface of the soil, and rhizome will usually grow horizontally. Sucker और rhizome के बीच का difference try to understand. Sucker ऐसा है, rhizome ऐसा है. Vertical and horizontal का difference है. So a
Ma'am,
rhizome
sucker is ऐसा, right? Like how they have shown, even you had given a diagram. It's like this, like it
हाँ,
goes like this.
perpendicular ऐसा ऐसा
हाँ.
होके horizontal vertical हो जाएगा.
So the one which is horizontal is the rhizome.
Rhizome, yes.
Oh, so both are same. I mean, sucker and rhizome are connected to each other always.
They are not, they are different things, but ये वो है, मतलब like ये vegetative propagation का ये responsible है ये, but like they are different types that helps in vegetative propagation. ये भी उस प्लांट को बढ़ाने में like उसकी ग्रोथ में हेल्प कर रहा है विदाउट सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. ऐसा राइजोम एक स्टेम ऐसा हॉरिजॉन्टल हो जाएगा, फिर वापस ऐसा ऊपर होके उस न्यू प्लांट बना देगा. सकर थोड़ा सा ऐसा होके जस्ट ऐसा वर्टिकल हो जाएगा. लाइक राइजोम थोड़ा लंबा हॉरिजॉन्टल होगा, सकर थोड़ा छोटा हॉरिजॉन्टल होगा.
So, ma'am, this is a sucker plant or a rhizome plant or dono?
Like ये explain, this is in simple diagram that explain you what is sucker and what is rhizome.
Okay. So, ma'am, sucker is it's outside, right? It's like above the root,
in the soil.
above the soil. So the one which is above the soil is called sucker. Okay, the one which is below and horizontal is rhizome.
It is embedded in the soil.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. देख रहे हो यहाँ पे कहीं शक्कर का भी कुछ लिखा हुआ मिल जाए तो.
Well, that is garlic, na?
That is ginger.
Sorry, ginger. Sorry.
ठीक है. Any more doubt? Risha?
No, ma'am. No.
Vidya?
Ma'am, one more thing. It was written that again, I was checking for definitions for rhizome. So it was written that modified stem grows horizontally. Distinct nodes and internodes are present with marked apical and axillary buds. Then adventitious roots are present at the ventral side. What does that mean?
In case of rhizome, adventitious roots are the roots that develops from like any
part of the
So in at the dorsal part means at the bottom
ventral,
of this, ventral. Okay. So यहाँ जो इसका ये वाला area होगा ना, जैसे suppose this is rhizome, ठीक है? It consists of nodes and internodes. जब आगे बढ़ेगा तो उसके nodes से फिर वो पूरा plant it will develop into new plant. So from nodes, leaves और वो सब कुछ that will develop. But this portion of rhizome cannot hang in air. Soil में present है तो they require some roots. लेकिन क्योंकि because it is not true like thing from which the roots can develop a plant, true plant नहीं है, इसलिए इसका इस वाले portion से some adventitious roots will develop that will help it to like get fixed on the land. फिर it will move like that and will develop a new plant. Again फिर उसमें से आगे these rhizome will develop, फिर it will develop like that. Understand?
So ma'am, ventral side means bottom side, right?
Bottom side. इसमें
okay.
I don't know उसमें मैंने लिखा है ये बुक में है.
नहीं और एक है different.
हाँ तो ये ऐसी चीजें ये वेंट्रल डॉर्सल प्लांट्स के केस में यूज ही नहीं करना चाहिए, कंफ्यूजन होता है. ओके सो कैसा है वो एनिमल वाला चैप्टर? आई डोंट नो व्हाट जूलॉजी विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर. जूलॉजी ठीक है, क्या है उसमें एनिमल वाले में? क्लासिफिकेशन इज देयर और व्हाट?
बहुत like a lot.
Classification.
That chapter is started in your school or completed?
Completed,
Finished.
ma'am. She's ahead.
Acha, I will
Yeah,
see.
she finished morphology and I think now she's in tissues.
Okay, tissue chapter 7. Animal, that is structural organization in animals. Okay, ठीक है. टफ है क्या?
पता नहीं मैम क्या पढ़ाती है, हम लोग सुनते भी
एक्चुअली
नहीं है।
वो उनका फॉल्ट नहीं है, डायग्राम्स आर नॉट गिवन इन योर बुक ना, फॉल्ट इज ऑफ एनसीईआरटी. उनको डायग्राम्स ऐड करना चाहिए. हो सकता है वो मैम लाइक शी इज टीचिंग यू फ्रॉम यूजिंग द बुक ओनली, तो डायग्राम्स नहीं है ना, इसलिए लाइक मैं भी खुद आई फील माई सेल्फ कि अगर मैं भी बुक का सिर्फ पढ़ाती तो मैं पढ़ा ही नहीं पाती. Because I'm adding diagrams, so it is becoming easy for me to explain you the things. Otherwise, बिना diagram के मैं कैसे समझाती, मुझे नहीं समझ में आता.
And she does give, diagrams, videos and all, but I don't know. Like, it's not really helpful till you know the content thoroughly.
She at the end she shows a video, मतलब there is a शिक्षा हाउस का वीडियो, some like वो बस हमें वो दिखाती है और हमें वही समझ आता है और कुछ नहीं.
पता नहीं यार, लाइक मैं क्या बोलूं, बट मैं समझाती हूँ जो तो समझ में आता है.
हाँ मैम.
हाँ, मैं ज्यादा ही समझा देती हूँ, मुझे लगता है मैं ज्यादा ही एक्सप्लेन करने के चक्कर में वो ओवर हो जाता है. बट वो डायग्राम्स में सिर्फ इसलिए ऐड करती हूँ ताकि तुम समझ पाओ. ये डोंट टेक एन बर्डन के ओ आई हैव टू लर्न दिस साइकिल और फिर परेशान हो जाओगी, लाइफ साइकिल तो मुझे याद ही नहीं हो रही. बहुत इजी लाइफ साइकिल, यू कैन लाइक इससे इजी नहीं मिलेगी लाइफ साइकिल. इजीएस्ट मैंने तुम्हारे नोट्स में ऐड करी है. द टफ थिंग इफ आई एड इट टू एक्सप्लेन यू एनीथिंग, यू नीड नॉट टू लर्न दैट, यू हैव टू जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द थिंग्स. ठीक है, इसलिए लाइक आई ट्राइड माय बेस्ट टू ऐड लाइक छोटी से छोटी टर्म या चीज के लिए आई लाइक टू ऐड द डायग्राम्स. डायग्राम से लाइक थिंग्स याद रहती है हमेशा. वो वीडियोस वाला चीज मेरे से हो नहीं पाता क्योंकि नोट्स बनाने में मुझे बहुत टाइम लगता है. ठीक है, सो नेक्स्ट क्लास का टाइम हो गया है क्या? शुड आई लीव?
Yes ma'am,
Okay.
time हो गया.
ओके, बाय.
Thank you
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye.
बाय.